Ciao everyone and welcome to the ISSF World Cup final for 2016. We're on the shotgun discipline after moving on from Bologna where we concluded the rifle and pistol season, and here we are with the conclusion of not only shotgun but the ISSF World Cup season as a whole for 2016. It's been a really important year with the Olympics. We're here at the Tiro a Volo Valle Aniene, 22 kilometers east of the city of Roma in an area called Lunghezza. My name is Shaq. It's a real pleasure to be joined by you today. I thank you very much for your company, and it's a great delight to tell you that we are joined by my guest commentator today. He's an Olympic bronze medalist, the current world champion, and the current European champion, Russian shooter Vasily Mosin. Mr. Mosin, great to see you today.
Thank you, Shah. Buongiorno to everybody. Good afternoon.
Multi-linguist, as we'll soon find out. It's really good of you to join us. We've got lots to talk about during the final itself, and of course about your amazing experience in this shooting sport over the last couple of decades. But our announcer, Daniel Potts, is just about to introduce the athletes for the final, and here we go.
Last year, 2 times European champion, he won Olympic bronze in Rio, is the current World Cup final title holder, Stephen Scott.
Great Britain's Stephen Scott is defending his World Cup final gold from 2015. He's also the current Commonwealth Games champion after gold in Glasgow in 2014.
European Championship silver medalist last year. World Championship silver medalist 5 years ago. He also took the World Cup silver in San Marino. Andreas Loeb.
Andreas Loeb, the German, has made 4 finals in 2016, including a silver medal in San Marino in June, and he achieved a 6th place Olympic finish.
2 World Cup silver medals to his name and 2 World Cup golds, including one of which he won in Baku this year. William Chekkuty.
Chekkuty from Malta won his 4th World Cup medal in Baku this year. That was his 2nd career gold.
Representing the independent shooting participants. He has 3 World Cup final gold medals, 7 World Cup medals. He is currently ranked #1 in the world and is the current Olympic champion, Fahed Al-Dahani.
The 50-year-old qualified first today and created history at Rio 2016 by becoming the first ever independent Olympic champion.
At only 20 years old, he is currently ranked #3 in the world and has already picked up 2 World Cup medals this year, including the gold at the Rio Test event. James Willett.
James Willett is a very talented 20-year-old. He's already a World Cup gold medalist and an Olympian in only his 2nd year of competing.
Representing the United States of America. World Cup final title holder 2 years ago, and he has 8 World Cup medals, including 2 golds and a silver he won in Nicosia this year. Jeffrey Hogin.
Hogin makes a return to the World Cup final after winning gold in Gabala, Azerbaijan 2 years ago at the 2014 ISSF World Cup finals. The crowd are just being introduced to the officials for today's semi-final and medal matches. And is Giovanni Termini, who's the chief range officer, or the referee I should say, who's just been introduced. So there we are. Those are the 6 athletes that will compete in today's semi-final. Vasily, what do you think of today's lineup?
It was great to have 4 Olympic finalists here in the final of the World Cup.
Absolutely. They're on
That's
really
great.
good form.
Yeah, and it means after 1 month and a half, they still on the high level of sport form, and they present us a great level of shooting.
Sure, they're continuing their momentum from the Summer Games. And Vasily, you qualified 8th out of 11th today. You achieved a qualification score of 137, which was 4 points off the final. It was really your 4th series that proved difficult, where you missed 7 targets. How was it for you today?
It was a terrible round for me, sure, because at the moment I'm ready enough to compete in the final, in the semi-final.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and I was surprised with this round number 4, but I recognized the mistake properly. In the 5th round I shoot very well, but not enough.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, in the other series, you pretty much had a minimum score of 28, so it was going very well.
That's it.
But what do you think happened then? What affected you in that 4 series, do you think?
I lost a little bit my aiming points. I mean the position of the head, position of eyes, and the position of the shotgun in my shoulder. It's very important in double trap event because after recoil from the first target, you have to use the energy of the recoil in a precise movement to the second one. So I miss a lot of second targets due to this.
Right. Well, the semi-finals loss is our gain because it's a pleasure to be joined by you today with your great experience. The semi-final is underway in the double trap event, and Hogeen of the USA, who you just saw on screen, was the 6-shooter. So there'll be a total of 30 targets in this semi-final, consisting of 15 doubles, and that's exactly the same for the medal matches as well. And at the end of the semi-final, it will be the top 2 who qualify for the gold medal match, the next 2 who qualify for the bronze medal match, and then the last 2 at the semi-final will be eliminated from the competition. That's Fahed Al-Dihani. Well, it really was a historic win for this this athlete who represents Kuwait. He wasn't allowed to compete under the Kuwaiti banner. He represented the independence at the Olympics. But what a memorable day that was in the double trap final at Rio.
I think Fahed is a fantastic shooter. He's most experienced Olympian in double trap event at the moment. As I remember, he have 6 or 5 times to be an Olympian. Before he got 2-time bronze medals, and the crown of his career was Rio gold.
It was absolutely amazing.
I was really happy for him.
Yeah.
Really happy. And he's near to 50 years old.
You're right, yeah.
It means our sport is for all life. You could compete till you enjoy it.
Absolutely. Well, that's a good
Everybody
point to
could do it.
Yeah. Because Fahed Al-Dihani, as you mentioned, he is 50 years old, but one of our other competitors today, who's already a World Cup gold medalist, James Willett of Australia, he's only 20 years old.
Yes.
So, and he's competing in the same lineup, and here he is.
In one line, yeah.
Yeah. He's shooting a perfect semi-final so far, is Willett. 4 targets. 5 now. He's just missed his 6th target.
Don't put an eye on him. Let him play.
And Hogeen just missed his first target of the semi-final as well.
Shah, you know, the first 5 doubles is really important in semi-final and any qualification round in DT event. During these 5 doubles, you could get any double, scheme A, B, or C on each station.
Yeah.
And sometimes the target comes not on the point where your gun is. So, and you have to use another technique. Double trap combine 2 techniques, Olympic trap and double trap techniques. So, you have to be as a universal soldier here.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just mention for the benefit of the spectators what we mean by schemes. So there are 3 possible schemes. What do we mean by this?
There are 3 possible schemes. Scheme A means combination of left target and a straight target from the machine 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Scheme B, a straight target and a right target, slightly right, 5 grados, not more, on scheme B. And scheme C, 2 targets, left and right from machines 7 and 9.
And we were talking about this a little bit before we came on air, and you said that schemes are very important to you. So what you were saying about the first 5 doubles is it's probably potluck. The shooters don't know what is going to come out in those first 5 doubles. But after that, you can start to realize what might
As for myself, my experience, I'm count any double I'm shooting during the qualification or semi-final, doesn't matter. During the gold match also. So you could use power of your brain too. After first 5 doubles, I know exactly the machine. which machine will throw the target for me during the next 5 doubles.
Right.
And after 10 doubles, I know exactly which double I will get on the stations.
Well, that's an interesting point.
This is interesting point of view.
But after the first 5 doubles, I mean, okay, so you memorize them, sure, and you know what's to come. But probably not everyone can do that. That's a skill in itself.
This everybody could do. Everybody.
But what if their memory is not as good as yours?
I think it's good enough to memorize 5 moments.
No, that's a really interesting insight into double trap shooting. We were talking a little bit about Fahed Al-Dihani before. You and him have vast experience, as you've said, because of your age, and you're 44 years old yourself,
yeah.
Vasily.
I follow him.
Yeah, you've known him for quite a few years.
From the beginning, yes, of my practicing double trap event, I know him well. Over than 21 years now.
Well, you're right in saying that Al-Dihani is a 5-time Olympian. His first Olympics was, well, actually, he used to shoot trap.
Yes,
and
he shoots fantastic trap.
Yeah. He first appeared at the Olympics in 1992 in Barcelona, and that was as a trap shooter. But his first double trap event was in 1996 and at Atlanta. But the interesting thing is there that in Atlanta, he competed in both trap and double trap, which is really quite rare for a shotgun shooter.
It's tough to do. It's not easy. And he repeated this experience in London.
He did.
Yeah, we fight with him in shoot-off in the London in double trap event.
Right.
And likely I won.
You did, yeah.
Yes. After that, Fahed made 1, 2, 4 targets in qualification in trap event and got his bronze finally in trap event.
Yeah.
Could you imagine this?
It's it's unbelievable. So
it's unbelievable, sure.
Al-Dihani, he secured a bronze for single trap, as we're saying, in London, but in the same games. Really rare for a shotgun shooter to compete in 2 events, but he did take 4th in double trap, and it was our guest Vasily who took the bronze medal. And when you look back at your career, how special is that bronze medal amongst all your achievements?
Believe me, London experience is fantastic. Fantastic. First of all, due to the atmosphere of the old city of London. From my childhood, it was my dream to be there, and I was there 2 times. First time in April during pre-Olympics, and then after during the Olympic Games. So, and to win the medal during Olympic Games, it's one of the best achievements could happen in a career of any trap, skeet, or double trap shooter.
Yeah,
it's absolutely unforgettable, amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It was my first Olympics as an announcer and as a presenter at Rio 2016, and the energy that you feel from the crowd, from the environment, just from the sheer amount of sport that takes place at the Olympics, it really is so special.
As a wish, I would like to welcome you to see the double trap final in London. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Believe me,
well,
a lot of energy,
yes,
a lot of spectators, a lot of applause, screaming, like a soccer game, like a football stadium. It was like that.
And for the promotion of shooting sport, that's an amazing thing.
Very important.
That is what we want every single year. And let's not forget that in London, it would have been extra special because the Olympic champion that year was Peter Wilson of Great Britain, so he had the home crowd behind him as well.
Another great shooter, yeah.
We just looked at Hogin in the semi-final. He's only missed 1 of his 16 targets so far, so he's looking good. Stephen Scott is on range, or firing point number 1, I should say. He's missed 2 so far.
Everybody now is really near to be in the matches, so the tension of the semi-final increases from one double to another. That's it. And thanks to God, we have fantastic weather conditions today.
You're right.
Plus 18 degrees, and not too much wind, and a bright sun on the back. It's all shooter could dreaming about. That's it. Nothing else.
It's really, really warm in this district of Lunghezza today. It's a beautifully clear day. There's a few clouds in the sky, but visibility is really good.
Really, really.
It's really bright, but would the brightness not be any kind of distraction to your visibility as a shooter?
No, brightness, it's very important. What I got during the Rio qualification round, when I came to the shooting range and discovered that the skies are not gray, they are dark gray.
Right.
Not enough light. So
yes,
a lot of eye work we have.
Yeah.
A lot of eye work. When the shooter stay with the mounted gun, few seconds go, concentration increase in that moment. And with this method, every shooter see the targets running not so fast. They are swimming, not running. And you control the moment. Very important. From this moment to the call. It's concentration.
It's interesting what you mentioned about the weather conditions in Rio, because when we went for the pre-Olympics test event where you won silver at the ISSF World Cup, it was over 35 degrees. It was sweltering.
It was
really
extremely
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
Really hot. Extremely hot. We got the sun directly up our heads. So.
Yeah. And you're shooting for a long day, so the stamina must really drain you a little bit as well.
Yeah.
And just comparing to those conditions at the pre-Olympics test event, when we actually came to the double trap final on the day of the Olympics, it was completely dark grey. As you say, it was raining during that event.
Raining day with the sharp wind, with the wind goes from different sides, and of course. But doesn't matter, we got a champion at that day, isn't it?
Of course we did, yeah, of course we did. And it was a historic moment, as we say as well.
We have to play.
Whatever the weather.
Yeah, whatever the weather.
Andreas Löw has missed 2 targets so far. He's just shot his 22nd in the final. This is William Chekkuty of Malta, and he won his 2nd World Cup gold medal this year in Baku. That was 4 months ago. He's just missed his 3rd target of the semi-final. It's not been a perfect semi-final for the Olympic champion yet. He's also missed 3 targets.
And I think we have a leader. We have to check now. Yeah, it's Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah, Hogin is the current leader.
Leads. Yeah,
he's only missed 1 target.
He could go directly to the gold match.
He looks in a good position to do that, as we've got 3 doubles left for each athlete now.
Yeah, and he shot really, really precisely. Center and center. This and with good rhythm. This rhythm means that he see where is the second shot. He always control the second shot.
And how do you control that second shot?
Oh, with eye work. With eye work. You have to wait a tenth of second to accept the recoil of the shotgun and then control the movement of the high rip and to be exactly on target.
It's amazingly skillful.
What Jeff do now, yeah.
Just like the rest of shooters.
And we will get a great shooter for the gold match, I think. Because another participants have, yes. No, sorry. Andres keeping his 2nd place.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Well, Löw is currently in 1st place. He's leading the semi-final, and Hogin and Scott of USA, well, just before that double shot, they were in joint 2nd. It's changing all the time, as you would expect with every double that shot. Vasily, we talk about age and experience. What do you think of this?
Willet is near.
He is.
Also, yeah.
What do you think of Willet as a great, talented young shooter?
He's fantastic.
What a career he's had so far.
Yeah. He's doing well. And From one tournament to another, his experience come more and more high level. High level. He increased. He growing from one competition to another.
Absolutely.
This is very important.
And to be an Olympian at 20 years of age in only his second year of competition, this is amazing, isn't it?
Fantastic experience.
Well, it looks like it's the German Löw who's leading the semi-final at the moment. And there's 3 athletes currently tied on 25. Here is the 20-year-old Australian. There's going to be 2 doubles left pretty soon. And here's Hogin, who's the last to shoot.
Yeah.
If he hits a double...
Leading Jeff, yeah.
He just missed his second target. So he's now level with Löw of Germany.
Due to the modern version of the double trap rules, the shooter with back number 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2 have a slight little advantage at the beginning in front of the shooter with the number 1 who starts.
Because at the very beginning of the semi-final, the number 6 will be standing just behind number 1.
He saw all targets. He saw the trajectory. It's very important for double trap. As I said, double trap is combination of 2 techniques. Double trap, it means you shoot first target without any movement. And the Olympic trap, when you shoot with a movement. And so for him was very important to see the target for any shooter there.
Well, we just come to the end of the semi-final. It looks like there's going to be quite a big shoot-off. Well, there's 2 shoot-offs.
2 shoot-offs, yeah.
These are 2 big shoot-offs because coming into his last 2 doubles, Hogin missed his second target. He was in charge of the semi-final at that point, but he is now... Well, he finished the semi-final as a joint leader with Andreas Löw and James Willett. So they all finished the semi-final with 28. And the next 3 finalists, semi-finalists, finished the round with a score of 27. Really high standard.
One shoot-off will be for the gold match, and another will be just for one place.
Correct.
In a bronze match.
Yeah. So there's
which one is more interesting, huh?
There's a lot to be decided here. Yeah. So what we know is that Hogin of the USA, Löw of Germany, and Willett of Australia will shoot off. Now they will shoot off for 2 places in the gold medal match, and the lowest scorer of the shoot-off will take a spot in the bronze medal match. And then from the second shoot-off, the highest scorer will join the lowest scorer in the first shoot-off, and then the last 2 of the second shoot-off will be eliminated. There's a whole load of numbers there, but we're pretty sure we know what's going on. So eventually it will make sense. But what we are going to see is that the 3 lowest scorers of the semi-final will shoot off first. We believe.
And what I want to say, this is last competition according to the old version of the final format.
You mean in the last 4 years?
In coming year,
yeah,
we will have another rules for the finals.
Wow.
Without this, a lot of shoot-offs, a lot of misunderstanding in front, first of all, of the spectators, because looking from the side, now it's not so clear what's going on exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
And the process of the final will be from the beginning till the end, just elimination.
You're right, you're right.
And from the first shot to the last,
it's a fight till the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually the first time that we've mentioned
pressure will increase
this.
from the beginning till from one shot to another. All points will be counted.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's quite
definitely will win the best shooter of the day.
For sure. It's quite a dramatic change in the rules because, of course, in the last 4 years between London and Rio,
A lot of changes were made, yeah.
the carryover rules from the qualification were scrapped.
Yeah.
So here, this is the first time, ladies and gentlemen, that that Vasily is giving us this information, and it looks like we assume then that the actual competition will be shorter because it will be a fight from the beginning till the end without the medal matches.
It will be solid. It will be solid. From the beginning till the end, everybody will see it and look from first shot till the end.
Yeah, that's going to give us some really good clarity, as you say.
I think so. I'm support this.
That's great.
This, yeah.
Well, I have to say that also in rifle and pistol, we're expecting a few changes in the next Olympic cycle as well. And we've had positive feedback from the shooters themselves. And we have to admit that in the last 4 years, the scrapping of the non-carrying over caused a little bit of friction between the shooters and the governing body. But to hear the shooters being positive about the next rule changes is a very, very good thing.
Okay, that's it.
So the Olympic champion will not be competing for a gold medal today, but he does have a chance to compete for a bronze.
He will do his best, yes, to compete for bronze minimum. And double trap is one of the most difficult disciplines now.
Yeah.
In one day we have over than 200 shots, likely, if you will qualify to the semi-final in matches.
You're right.
It's not easy to do.
It's a long, long day. And you get up really early, you start qualification. Let's just double check. But I think that the double trap qualification, 8:30. Yeah.
I came today here, no sun, no lights, nothing.
Yeah.
Just stars on the sky.
And you tell us a little bit about your preparation then, because to endure a long day like this and with the preparation of competing in a final, you must have to do a lot of physical work.
Exactly. You have to, your body, you have to be ready for this precise and fast work, fast job. So you have to prepare your muscles, you have to prepare your mentality and concentration. Through 3 steps of preparation. And what I saw, every shooter now doing this. This is the law for us. Without this, you couldn't keep this high level of results, because this World Cup final reveals that the qualification was 1-for-1, isn't it?
It was, yeah.
1-for-1. 139. Sorry, 139. 139, and most of shooters 1-for-1, and
Yeah, there were 4 shooters who finished qualification on 1-4-1. It was Andreas Löw who finished on 1-3-9. If we just look at the screen, the shoot-off has begun.
Yeah. Now shooters getting scheme C only from every station.
And Chekkuty just shot his first double of the shoot-off perfectly. Here's
clearly, yeah.
Al-Dihani of Kuwait, but representing independently. He's about to shoot his first double in the shoot-off. He's just missed one.
Yeah, that's it.
So it looks like it's going to be day over for the Olympic champion, because he's going to have to step back now, since I believe Stephen Scott.
But he's making protest about the first target.
Well, he does walk away from the range, and
the referees didn't see any smoke around the targets during the first shot of the height. So,
well, I have to apologize to viewers, because we actually missed that Stephen Scott did in fact miss a target. So it will be William Chekkuty who competes in the bronze medal match.
That's it.
Now his competitor is still to be decided by a second shoot-off, but I think we're just going to need confirmation of who actually takes 6th and 5th place. It might be
bronze and gold guys go home.
Yeah.
Without medal from this competition.
Yeah. Well, Stephen Scott of Great Britain, he has been eliminated from this competition today, but he did win a bronze medal at the Rio 2016 Games, and that was a that must have been a real highlight for him. I know he was really, really happy after we saw him on the day, and so he should be as well.
So, without the knowing of trajectory, it's not so easy to shoot without movement.
Yeah.
Andres lost his first.
Yeah, Lerv just missed one target. The
And
second shoot of his commencing.
See James. You saw, he slightly moved for the first target.
Yeah.
It's much easier with this technique to control the targets. One of the reasons why he got this double clearly.
If Hogin hits these two, it will be
See,
decided.
same technique James do.
And there we are.
There we are.
So it's going to be Hogin of the USA and Willett of Australia who compete in the gold medal match, and the bronze medal match will be contested between William Chekkuty of Malta and Andreas Lerv of Germany. So just going back to the eliminated finalists then, Stephen Scott won bronze at Rio 2016. It was his second Olympic Games. He did actually miss out the Olympic team in his home country when it came to London in 2012. But he goes home in 5th place today, and perhaps a surprise then, because the Olympic champion Feher Daldihani finishes today in 6th position. But as you say, Vasily, he won't ever forget this year, maybe the most special year of his career.
Yeah. And to be in the final, in the semi-final, and fighting for the bronze match during the World Cup final after this achievement, this is great.
Yeah.
Tired.
Yeah. Well, just as a reminder, as the consequence of the rules in the last Olympic cycle, Daldihani actually qualified first today, and as you can see, it starts from 0 when we go into the matches, and he's ended up in 6th place today. But a very memorable year, and obviously will go down in Olympic history because he was the first ever independent Olympic champion as well.
Now we will have a bronze match.
Yeah. It will be the bronze medal match that will be contested first, and that will be between William Chekkuty of Malta, who you can see on screen at the moment, and Andreas Lerv of Germany. Well, it's been a good year for both of these guys. Andreas Lerv achieved his best ever World Cup finish this year when he won silver in San Marino. And he actually made four finals this year, including the Olympic final
itself. This is a great
itself.
achievement too, that's it. To qualify for any semi-final, this is great.
You can see Lerv on the left-hand side. The reason they're standing like this is because it's customary to present the competitors for both medal matches for the gathered crowd just before we commence. And there you can see his vital stats. Silver at the World Championships in Belgrade 5 years ago. Really good comeback this year. And even though he won that medal 5 years ago, it was his first World Cup medal which arrived this year. William Chekkuty just secured his second World Cup gold medal this year, 5 years after his first when he won gold in Beijing at the World Cup. And it was Baku this year, which was the solid range for him.
And there is an intrigue inside this bronze medal match. This is also the competition between the firms of productioners of weapons. In hands of Andres we have Krieghoff K80, and in hands of William Chekkuty we will have
Perazzi
MX-2005.
Russian, English, Italian, what else do you speak, Vasily?
Nice. Why not?
Well, Chekkuty takes an early lead because Andreas Lerv missed a target in his first double.
And again, about fair play, I would like to say a few words here. Willie have a slight advantage in front of Andres, because with doubles of Andres, Willie always saw the trajectory of the target. This is another moment in the old format of the rules, which will be improved when we will have just eliminations.
And what exactly is Chekkuty's advantage with this?
During the double of Andres, William saw the trajectory of the targets. Andres didn't saw nothing. He came to the station, clear field. You have to memorize any stone, any tree there on the background to fight. Not so easy for him.
Yeah. That's very, very interesting.
Yeah, and at the moment, Willie keeping the trajectory of the target he would like to shoot now. This is advantage. This is not clearly fair. You understand me, Chef? It means that spectators understand us.
Well, let's hope so. It's wonderful insight. This is why we have guys like you, Vasily, because to provide this kind of insight is amazing for us.
Yeah. Now Willie works on trajectory.
Yeah.
You see.
They are even at this point.
Much easier for him. Much easier.
7 points each. They've missed one target each so far.
You saw? You saw, Chef.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Missed another target. So let's see if Chekkuty can take his advantage then. Well, he hit both of them, yeah, so he's gone 1 point ahead now. 9-8 in favor of the Maltese. But are we right in saying that even though Chekkuty sees what Löw is shooting,
yes,
it doesn't, he's not going to get exactly the, it's still random for him.
Of course, it's random, but likely he saw the targets. To be fair, during the double of Andres, really have to stay with the back to the targets.
Right. Very interesting. Very interesting.
That's it.
Well, they've shot 6 doubles each now, and it is the Maltese, Chekkuty, who is in the lead here.
Just one target. For double trap, it's not enough to have one target advantage.
Yeah, you're right. Now,
double trap is one of the most exciting shotgun disciplines, I think, at the moment.
I think we produced some fantastic finals during the Olympics. As you say, you really enjoyed London. The crowds were full in Rio every single day. It was we had an amazing time. And just actually, as a shooter, just tell us about the crowd behind you, because you know we've been trying to change the perception of the sport in the last couple of years.
From my side, I love the energy of spectators.
Good.
I love it.
Good.
I swim in it. And I use this power. This is really, really nice to get these emotions.
That's great.
What you have to do, you have to accept this, not to fight with it. If you start to fight with it, you lose your power. When you accept it, you increase your power.
No, it's really good to hear, because especially going back to rifle and pistol, where I'm a little bit more experienced there. You know, people think that the shooters don't like it, and okay, it's fair to say that some shooters don't, some do, but it's good to hear that you feed off the energy. This is important for us to know.
What we're doing here, we're doing here show.
Exactly.
We're doing here we're doing here
it's a sport,
theater,
it's entertainment, sure.
Yeah, this is a show.
Yeah.
Inside show, you have to play. Yeah. You have to be an actor.
I'm glad you think like that, because this is exactly what I thought. Yeah.
Immediately, any spectator could recognize, oh, this is Vasily, oh, this is Andres. I know his manner, how he's doing it.
Yeah. It's really good to hear. And what you can't see, ladies and gentlemen, is that Vasily, he says all this with a real smile across his face, with his nice bright green eyes as well. And it is nice for us to hear. It's nice for us to see, because this is how we're going to expand, or hope to expand, and continue to expand the profile of shooting sport as we move towards the next Olympic cycle. And it's very, very encouraging to hear these words from the shooters themselves.
Our picture have to be saleable, Shah, you know? Saleable.
100%.
Maybe after 2 doubles, you have to come to the Andres, then to Willy, ask them what they feel, how you did, huh?
That's a very, very interesting point.
Why not? Andres will say, "Oh, I did fantastic double now," huh?
Well, that's an interesting idea. I have to say that as much as we like the presentation, we want to respect the shooters and the sport. And maybe that's something that you would prefer. I have to say that talking to the shooters during a competition is always something I've avoided.
Why not? Why not?
Because some people may prefer differently. Maybe. It's very interesting to hear you say that, I have to say.
If they don't want to say nothing, just smile or, you know, make ugly face. Why not? And this will attract spectators.
Very interesting. Let's just point out that
Chekkuty
is leading
what I'm talking about.
by 4 points now.
Andres suffer a lot from this. Maybe this previous 6 rounds was not enough for him to memorize the points.
Yeah. Chekkuty could take a 5-point advantage with this next double. It's possible.
And he will get the...
And he does.
At the moment,
5 points is big.
I think, it's too much. He have to hit 1 target, and 2 targets. He will be clear on the 3rd place.
Yeah. This is looking
with a
dangerous.
crystal globe from ISSF.
Yeah, that's right. The crystal globe is an honorary trophy that is awarded to the medalist. Specifically,
it will be first time for him or what?
At the World Cup final.
What about statistics?
For William Chekkuty, it would be his first ever medal at a World Cup final.
Fantastic, you know. Justice for all, sir.
Well, he's done it now. He is guaranteed the next two doubles.
Now. Yeah, this is another moment from this old version of the rules.
Yeah. The next 2 doubles are effectively a dead rubber.
We don't need this. We have to keep ammunition.
Ammunition is expensive.
And airtime.
Yeah. Well, as you say, Vasily Chekkuty secures his first ever World Cup final medal. His previous best finish at the curtain closer was place 4th position. That was 11 years ago at the World Cup final in Dubai. But this is the first time he's going to take a medal. And let's just explain basically the format of the World Cup final. It's the season closer. It's how we end the final. And it's basically like an all-stars match. The best performers of the season, of the ISSF season.
Best 12s.
The best 12 are invited by the ISSF to the World Cup final, and they then qualify in this match. And you can see Chekkuty, he ends the final waving his shotgun into the air because he secures his first medal at a World Cup final. It's a bronze medal. It's his 5th career medal as an adult. He did win 3 junior medals, which takes his total tally to 8 now. And it ends a really good year for William Chekkuty. He won gold at the Baku World Cup in June and now secures bronze medal at the World Cup final. And let's also tell you that Andreas Löw of Germany, he looks a little bit disappointed there to end without a medal, but as we say, he's done really well to make, well, this is his 5th final this year now, so fantastic experience, and it was
a great base for the coming years.
Absolutely
great base.
He finished 4th in Nicosia, 5th at the test event in Rio, 6th at the Olympics, silver, which was a career high at the San Marino World Cup, and 4th position here at the World Cup final for the 34-year-old German soldier. And you can see the delight from the Malta team as well. Been a really good year for them.
Great moment, yeah.
Well, I think that when we were at the Olympics, we saw James Willett's reaction. I think he, because of his inevitably extremely high standards, was a little bit disappointed to finish 5th at the Olympic Games. But there's no way that he should be disappointed.
No. I think his understanding of the life is correct. He recognized this 5th place as a good achievement.
Let's hope so, yeah.
I think so. And now what we will see, step by step, he earning 1 medal. He start with local tournaments, I mean Australian, Oceanian games.
Yeah.
Then he grabbed gold on the World Cup. After he going to the World Cup final, and now he will play in a gold medal match.
Guaranteed another
moment to get another chance to get gold. So after another goal, only World Championship in Moscow. I will waiting for him.
Well, that will be huge for you, won't it? Because the Moscow World Championships take place in September.
This is a normal way of a sportsman, from one step to another. Not to make jump.
Sure. It's
really tough to get motivation of the Olympic goal. I think so. I think so. I've never been in first place during Olympics, but I think so.
Well, the
now everything goes logically
underway.
With him. Yeah.
2 good doubles so far from both Willett and Hogin. So let's just remind you, Vasily talks about James Willett's progression. Remember, he's only 20 years old. And Vasily is right in saying that he began in local competitions because in 2015, in around November time, he won a gold medal at the Oceania Championships. And he's only been competing in double trap since 2015. He's already a World Cup gold medalist. He's already an Olympian. He secured bronze and gold at World Cups this year, and he's already guaranteed at least a silver. I mean, it is incredible for a 20 years old. So we think he's got a long, bright future ahead of him.
4 years for sure, Shah.
Absolutely.
Because our discipline is always suffering from the information coming from the skies. You are not so popular, we will finally eliminate you from the blah blah. But you see how bright it is.
Yeah. 3 doubles each and perfect shooting so far. 6 each for Willett and Hogin. And let's just tell you that Hogin is a very experienced athlete himself. 37 years old. Real experience against a new guy on the field today. And 2 years ago at the World Cup final, the curtain closer in Gabala, Hogin was the gold medalist. His birthday is also in 2 weeks' time, and he will turn 38 years old. Now this year, Hogin actually only participated in the Nicosia World Cup. He won silver there, which gave him enough qualifying points to be invited here at this World Cup final.
I and Jeff have a great experience in shoot-off. During the World Cup in Granada 2013, we shoot over than 50 targets.
50.
Straight.
50, wow.
I hit 55 targets. Jeff hit 56 targets and go to the final.
That's incredible.
I mean,
this
historical result.
Again, you think about the long day.
One of the longest shoot-offs in the history of clay target.
It's amazing.
Shooting, yeah. It was a fantastic experience, believe me.
But you talk about a long day. You're starting at 8:30 with a 55 target shoot-off.
And we shoot till the sunset.
Right. And of course,
our discipline is full of athleticism.
Yeah. You're right about that. Shooting when the sun goes down is not ideal conditions for a shotgunner. But no, it's pretty amazing.
And to win at the end of the day, this is also another goal. To be fresh enough to have enough power to fight till last double.
Sure.
Oops.
Oh. Well, one of the officials raised their hand, but it looks like still a clean score. Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
It's updated now, so it's the 20-year-old Willett of Australia who takes the advantage by 1 point now.
They put 0.
Well, he's just missed a target, so it could even up with the next double. Again, immediate comeback for Hogin, perhaps. And it is. It's 15 each now.
Deuce again. Yeah.
After 8 doubles. Very, very tight.
20 years is not enough. What could I say? Now, okay. Before was too fast.
Yeah.
You have to grab this advantage. Breathe. 1-2 seconds more.
Yeah.
And then grab. But he preferred to shoot, to run. Pam, pam, huh? Now again.
It's 1 target dropped from each of the athletes, so they're 17 points each,
to go, yeah.
with 6 doubles to go. Now, we talk about Hogin's experience. Just tell us about the what you think of the selection process, because there are 3 brilliant American double trap shooters, Walter Neller and Joshua Richmond, who both made the Olympic team this year, and unfortunately, Hogin missed out. And here he is back on the range. I mean, it's good to see him back on the range, but what a tough thing that must be to take as a shooter.
From the side, I think the selection system of the United States, it's good system, good enough.
But it's hard. It's hard to take.
Hard. It's hard to take the place in Olympic team in the States, but it's everywhere like that. In any country, because in double trap we have only limited number of participants during Olympic Games, and the competition between countries, between athletes, and
it's fierce.
To get a quota, you have to win. You have to win one of the tournaments.
Well, just going back to the competition, look at this. Willett and Hogin missed exactly the same target on the previous double. So it's still 22 each. This is so tight. It's going to go right down to the last target, we feel.
It means they are playing shoot-off now.
It could head towards that way.
They are playing shoot-off. Shoot-off already begins.
They're toying with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really, really hard. The last time that Hogin was an Olympian was actually in Beijing 8 years ago, where he finished 4th. But he does have 8 World Cup medals to his name, including 2 gold. And you just see from his achievements, he wasn't able to make the Olympic team this year. And that is a really difficult thing for the athlete. But it's really good to see him back on the range. But he's just missed 1 target. And Willett now has the advantage. Going into the last 2 doubles, it's a 1-point advantage for the young Australian.
Shot of Jeff was behind.
He's shot both doubles. He's now firmly
with
the advantage.
Step by step. Dealing with James.
Hogin shot both doubles as well, but this is the last double. If the Australian hits these 2, he will win the gold medal.
Sure.
Could there be one last twist?
Fantastic double. I love these doubles. I love this. Yeah.
He's hit both of them, and that's his 2nd ISSF medal as a gold. What an unbelievable achievement for the 20-year-old. Hogin finishes cleanly as well with 2 doubles.
James.
Wow. Well, this is amazing. It's a World Cup final silver medal for Jeffrey Hogan of the USA. Great to see him back on the range, but you can see the delight from the young Australian here. That's the second time that he's won an ISSF gold medal. His first was at the test event, the pre-Olympics test event in Rio in April this year. He's finished off the year in perfect fashion. And there you can see the three medalists lining up. Let's just tell you that no, they are in the correct position. I thought that actually...
No, James is in the middle.
Yeah, I thought that Chekkuty was on the left.
Yeah.
But he's not. These are our medalists. A great year for all of them. And after missing out on the Summers Games, this is a really nice way for Hogan to finish off the year as well. And as we say, what an amazing year for James Willett. He's got a long, long future going into the next Olympic cycle. What a young talent he is as the current world number 3. Fantastic. Well, congratulations to them, and Vasily Mosin, it's a real pleasure to have been joined by you today.
Chef.
I hope you'll join us in the future. You told us that you were a bit nervous about your English.
My way is to shoot.
It is. And we hope that you'll be...
Maybe sometime, sure.
We hope that you'll be in many more finals to come. We're absolutely in no doubt that you will be. But it really was fantastic to talk to you about your experience, to get your insight as an experienced Olympian.
You're more than welcome.
Fantastic. Very best of luck going into the season of 2017, and we'll hope to see you again.
Thank you. I'll do my best, as usual.
Thank you very much for you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us at home. Don't forget that you can like, subscribe, and share all the videos and our social media presence. We're heavy on that. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'd like you to share our photos, share our videos, and help us to build and develop the profile of shooting sport going into the next 4 years. Thank you very much. We're going to shortly begin the next final of today. There's 2 finals today. Women's skeet will be coming up.
The bronze medal, representing Malta, goes to William Chekkuty. So, ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, we congratulate the winners of the double trap men's event. Okay. So we shall commence with the skeet women's victory ceremony as soon as possible. But once more, we congratulate the winners of the double trap men's event.